Describe the absolute basics of Peggle to someone and they'll give you the sort of sympathetic stare they'd give to someone who'd suddenly confessed to Coldplay being their favourite rock band. It's so simplistic at first glance that it's hard not to wonder what all the fuss is about. But trust me, once Peggle gets its hooks into you, the hours will fly by. The core of Peggle 2 remains the same as its predecessor. Shoot a small ball at different coloured pegs scattered around a level, attempting to hit all the orange ones to progress. Your only method of control is over the direction of the ball and when you decide to launch it, with a neat physics system taking care of the rest. That might make it seem like there's not a whole lot you can actually do about hitting those pegs with any skill, and for sure there's an element of luck about the whole thing. But it's that very randomness, the way that each shot is a gamble, no matter how well practiced you are, that makes Peggle so utterly engrossing. For every shot that hits just a single peg, there's another that somehow bounces across the board for a long shot bonus, hits a purple peg on the rebound, and then skims its way across a group of orange pegs before landing neatly in the moving free ball bucket at the bottom of the screen. And then comes the payoff, a rapturous explosion of music and colour that's brilliantly designed to stimulate the senses and give you a real feeling of accomplishment, even for the smallest of tasks. New challenges under the guise of trials provide the long-term challenge here, asking you to do things like beat a level under a certain score, performing possibly long slide shots, and score over 1 million points on a single level. Then there are the Peggle Masters, each of them offering up a different power to help you along the way. There's a much greater focus on them visually this time around, with each character getting the full body treatment, rather than being relegated to a headshot at the top of the screen. And the results? Well, they're pretty hilarious. Bjorn and his super guide power is the only returning master this time. The rest are all new, and feature a bunch of inventive powers that do just enough to challenge the way a level plays out without undermining the core mechanics. Pickberg the Yeti and he freezes the screen, making the pegs slide around when you hit them, while Norman gives you the ability to hit 3 pegs at once for some outrageous high scores. There are other little tweaks too, such as the colourful and imaginative backdrops, which are far more detailed than before, and the background music, which gives a more sedate take on the different celebration themes of each character. Also, there are the new armoured pegs, which need to be hit twice, and levels that feature bumpers that bounce the ball around the screen. Peggle 2 is a simple game, but that doesn't mean there aren't some tricks to learn. Indeed, with practice you can skim a ball across a row of flat pegs for maximum points, or practice just the right angle to hit a single peg to bounce it directly into the free ball bucket for a trick shot, which proves invaluable in later levels. With just 10 balls at your disposal, and many more pegs than that to clear, Peggle is just as strategic as it is random. But it's Peggle 2's shameless pursuit of making the game as fun and as accessible as humanly possible, no matter how cheesy the cost, that I absolutely adore about Peggle 2. It's the very epitome of a pure gaming experience, one that can be as deep or as simple as you want it to be, and one that never loses sight of what makes it so appealing to so many people. Sure, the window dressing here plays its part in the fun as much as the core mechanics of the game do. That's no bad thing. Peggle 2 is so much fun, and so absorbing, and such a wonderful place to be.